The Vow of Silence?
Yeah, it's about this girl and like her grandma lives across from her and like her mom's kind of
Krampus.
shitty. No, it's not Krampus because there's like a man. I know, but there's like a man who lives with the grandmother who doesn't speak. You find out that like that is her grandfather, but like the grandma never wanted you to know. But he doesn't speak. He writes everything on Sharpie on like a pad. And he has tattooed on his palms yes and no, just to make things easy. Of like, do you want this? He's like,
no. Yes.
Precisely.
But like, we live in a non-binary world where two answers are not enough. Yeah. Welcome to Wild Wasteland, y'all. I'm Michael Johnson, and across from me is that beautiful blue-eyed boy, Dean Maldonado.
I don't have blue eyes, but thanks for thinking of me.
Whatever. What are we talking about today, huh? We talking about silent movies?
I don't know, man. That intro really made me want to just like let out a yeehaw and a couple like gunshots. Well, so I figured we should go down to Florida.
Oh, talking about gunshots.
We should
go to Florida.
We should
today.
go down to Florida and talk about the favorite cryptic animal of Florida, because there's a lot of fun animals that
I think it's
crazy.
Both of our favorite fucking crypto animal too.
Well, the thing is that animals all go crazy in Florida, right? Like all the gators are coming into the supermarkets, and the chimpanzees are on the loose, and
they also have panthers down there too.
They have panthers. They have pythons in their in their sewers.
Yeah, that's crazy because pythons. There's so many pythons that escaped from like captivity that they've created like a new existence, but only in Florida.
Yeah, only in Florida.
Not in California, not in Texas.
Can't make it that far. They don't have legs. really hard to buy a bus ticket with no hands.
Yeah, they just swam on down.
No concept of money.
All shit flows downhill right to Florida.
Well, speaking of shit flowing downhill to Florida.
Kind of stanky.
You know what I believe traversed its way from Canada all the way down through Illinois, through Tennessee, through Georgia, down to the Florida Everglades.
What?
A little thing I like to call Skunk Ape.
Oh, ooh, I thought you were talking about fucking some Canadian.
Oh, he might be Canadian.
Oh, yeah.
Might be. If he had, the ability to speak and it wasn't just a...
I fucking love Skunk Ape. Like when it comes to fucking, like, stupid shit, cryptozoology, Skunk Ape is probably the best. Next is, like... Nessie? Yeah. Like
basically, it's Nessie.
Pretty much like,
so
we might be doing Nessie in a few weeks. But
no, we can't. Too many people have talked. Nessie has been too...
Do you know how many books have been written about Nessie?
No shit.
There's like 3 million books.
Do you know how many books have been written on books and how to make books?
One?
A shit ton.
You know what the
you can
oddly
write a
enough
book about anything.
Do you know oddly enough what the most written about thing is in human history?
Sex?
Atlantis.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it has the most amount of books written about a certain specific subject.
Wow. Did you know that? I would have thought it was murder. I know of at least 2 books. OJ's How I Did It, and there was a man in Upper New York who killed his wife and then wrote a book called
this is new.
How to Kill Your Wife and Get Away with It.
No, 7 ways to kill your wife, and one of those 7 was how he actually did it.
Well, they found her eventually, and they're like, oh yeah, no one else could have put her under your floorboard, sir. Sorry.
That's what John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, John Wayne Gacy was like, who put those kids there?
Yeah, he did. That was one of his defenses. Like, he's like, oh, I don't know how all those dead boy bodies got down. Like, what was it, like 28 dead boy bodies?
He's like, I know how their assholes got expanded, but I don't know how their bodies ended up here.
The cops were just like, Jesus fucking Christ, another one?
John.
Come on, man. John's just standing there like, ooh.
He's like,
I fucked up.
It wasn't me.
He's like, oh, I think that was the other John Wayne.
Who else could it have been? That other party clown.
They were like going through his house, and they had it. We got to get back to Skunk Ape.
We do. I mean, as much as I like to talk about murderous,
we're gonna be talking about John Wayne Gacy.
I'd hope not. I'd really hope not.
No,
like,
we're gonna do like an 8-hour long podcast on John. We're gonna go to the house.
My brain hurts thinking about it. Speaking of Skunk Ape, though,
is he known by anything else?
Skunk Ape?
Yeah,
he's got a bunch of like bullshit, different ways of calling him Skunk Ape. Like
I don't know what you mean. These are all
like Swamp Ape,
Ooh.
Stink Ape, Florida Bigfoot, Louisiana Bigfoot, Mayaka Ape.
Mayaka.
Yeah, it's the
Native American or something.
It's the name of the Everglades. Yeah.
Oh.
Swamp Squatch, and the most inventive Florida fucking nickname for something, Swamp Cabbage Man.
What?
Because he smells like swamp cabbage.
Oh, that boy.
He looks like a man.
That boy. He smells like a swamp cabbage right there.
You smell that in the air. That smells like a swamp cabbage. That swamp cabbage man must be near.
No, you did him.
Bait the traps.
Yep, get him.
So,
that's good eating right there. So yeah, like what is a skunk ape for the listeners at home?
So, skunk apes. This is from the Skunk Ape Fact File.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Who? Factfile.com?
No, skunkape.biz.
Go to skunkape.biz/wild wasteland.
They really couldn't afford a .com or a .gov. Gov wouldn't allow it.
.biz.
It's not even a .edu. It's not educational.
What does it say?
So the Skunk Ape Fact File says, Skunk Ape is a large, hairy bipedal mammal that calls the Everglades home. Castings of their tracks confirm they have 4 toes. Male skunk apes stand up to 7 feet tall and can weigh more than 350 pounds. Females are considerably smaller, standing 5 to 6 feet tall and can weigh 180 to 250 pounds.
Still fat, though.
Yeah. Well, they're just big.
Oh,
big boned. Both male and female are covered with reddish-black fur. Most confirmed skunk ape sightings report an individual animal. However, increased sightings reported claims to have been seen several skunk apes traveling together. These groups are also known as troops, are becoming more common. Skunk ape sightings are reported throughout Florida. It is estimated between 7 to 9 skunk apes live in the Everglade area.
Oh.
These sightings suggest the highest concentration inhabit the Florida Everglades, specifically the Big Cypress National Preserve.
Oh, geez.
Which offers the best opportunity for research to locate skunk apes.
Yeah.
Now, skunk apes are very elusive. They have exceptional hearing, as well as the ability to climb trees and swim in order to evade detection or capture. Skunk apes lead a nomadic, hunter-gatherer existence. Oftentimes, skunk apes are sighted in close proximity to cities. For one instance, a skunk ape reportedly ran across I-75 in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose to concentrate your efforts near metropolitan areas, then golf courses and state and city parks offer your best opportunity, although sightings there are very rare because there's a lot of commotion. You know, they don't like to be seen.
And they also don't like balls flying through the air.
Yeah.
Why'd the skunk ape cross the road, though?
To get to the other side.
That's crazy, though.
Isn't it? So there's 7 to 9 of them, supposedly.
And they track them?
Yeah, and they move in troops.
Man.
Well, nowadays they move in troops. I think it's just because people are seeing them more often.
Yeah,
they're worried.
They zip-zag zop.
Well, there's a lot of reports of like campers and hunters in the Everglades.
And improvers.
who get their camps just like destroyed.
Jesus. By skunk ape?
Yeah, by skunk apes, and they reportedly shoot in self-defense at the thing. But no shit, this motherfucking giant animal is going to destroy your living situation if you shoot at it.
Yeah,
of course.
There's a story from like 1940s or something about a group of hunters that were in a log cabin, and they're besieged by Bigfoots. They were throwing boulders at them, and they just cowered in their log cabin until morning.
Well, it makes sense. Listen, if the enemy's at the gates, don't open it.
Yeah.
Why would you?
That's how Istanbul fell. one guy opened up the.
Yeah, he was like, "Anybody order a pizza?"
All these Persians are ordering they're bringing their rugs and their shitty cologne. You guys want some of this?
A lot of swords, but I think they're just here for the market.
Come on, guys. Come on. Just let us in. It's cool. It's cool. We're cool. We're cool, man.
We have many spices. You like the shisha?
You like salt?
You like shisha and salt?
You like shish kebab?
We have a lot of naan.
Ooh, naan. I like naan.
I love naan.
Let me open this door.
I love lamb. It has lamb inside of it. That's my favorite kind of naan, dude. Don't tell me there are also chives.
There's
fuck.
chicken.
Fuck. Let him in.
But yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Like red hair. That's unique. So they're all redheads.
Kind of.
So that's probably why they're going extinct.
Yeah. Really the fairer type of creature.
You feel like that's like an out for them? Like, oh yeah, this thing's dying off.
Yeah, probably.
Like, we never found any. Well, you killed them all. They're all dead.
Yeah, sorry. We only find the bones.
No, we never even found bones.
Well, we find like giant bones across all of the world.
See, this is
could have
going on.
Could have been the leftover. These could be the leftovers of those giants.
This is the fucking globalists keeping giants from us. It's true. We're gonna talk about it in an episode.
You know that the term globalist is just like derogatory towards Jews, right?
These fucking Jews.
I'm about to say, like, did you know that?
No, I just repeat what he said.
I'm about to say because globalists and Zionists are the same.
I know
thing.
what Zionist is.
Yeah. The Zionists are globalists. They call them globalists because they think that the Jews are taking over the globe. That's why they've dispersed to the globe, and that's why they believe that the globe is the home of the Jews. The globalists are the Jews. And I'm like, God damn it. You made
taking
all the
cool words.
Good.
Yeah.
Shitty.
Yeah, like I love the term globalist.
Sounds like you really care about everything.
Yeah, like I'm a globalist.
Yeah. I care about I think in a global perspective.
But yeah, we're an anti-Greek podcast. We're not an anti-Jew podcast.
And
we're pro-Jew.
Thank you.
Oh, you're Jewish.
Yeah. Ich am Juden.
We're cutting that out.
Why? I posted about it on Facebook as a Juden.
What the fuck?
Juden means Jew in German.
You didn't mean that.
So I only bring up that he was, I believe he was Canadian, simply because the first sighting of Swamp Ape, or Skunk Ape, or whatever the fuck you want to call him. We'll stick to Skunk Ape.
Yeah. Well, and we're also probably going to actually be calling this guy Bigfoot, but he is not Bigfoot.
No, he is an estranged cousin.
Yeah. If you look up the pictures of like drawings of Skunk Ape, you will see that he is definitely a more racist caricature than Bigfoot.
Much more.
Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's because he's in Florida.
Yeah. Everything's more racist in Florida.
That's actually the slogan on their license plate.
Yeah.
It's the Sunshine State where racism shines bright.
So you think your theory is that he came down from Canada?
Yeah, because he was first sighted in 1962. Yeah, in the summer of 1962.
Yeah.
In Illinois, in southern Illinois.
Florida skunk ape.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm thinking. So Northern America has a lot of bipedal, hairy, humanoid, cryptic animals, right?
Yeah. So do the Greeks.
Those just are hairy bipedals, okay?
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry.
That's very different. Those things are real. They're not cryptic, sadly. But
all their gold fucking chains and their shirt with the deepest V's that you can imagine.
And the cologne smells for weeks.
Just like, it's good. I put on skin. It's good.
Yes. No oil in my hair. My hair is natural.
No, it's don't touch my hair. It's thin.
We have on Northern America a lot of hairy bipedals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all show up in very, very wooded, mountainous areas. Specifically, Bigfoot was first sighted near the Redwoods and has been sighted all the way through Oregon and Washington up into Vancouver. There is a bipedal up in northern New York near Toronto. But so they're all from pretty northern mountainous climates. But I feel as though Skunk Ape decided to take a walk, you know?
Go on vacation.
Yeah, and he just kind of liked Florida. He's like an old Jew, you know? He started in a northern, colder climate, moved his way down to Florida.
And became inbred.
Maybe. I mean, I've seen the close-up picture, and he does not seem to have good teeth or anything else, really. So he could be very inbred.
It could be the skunk ape, Mr. Shitty Teeth.
Yeah, whenever the skunk ape comes into a shot of a grainy video, it's
always Deliverance playing.
Always dueling banjos, just dueling banjos. Only the opening riff. That's a long song.
Yeah,
it's like an 8.5 minute song.
It's dueling banjo.
I know, and people only know.
That's all you need to know. So getting back, talking about the first sighting.
Yeah, so the first sighting was actually it was not
Lauren Coleman.
Yeah, it was not a actual physical sighting. It was they found evidence. They found a footprint.
Wait, what?
There was a footprint that had been left by something.
What do you mean? It was just a footprint?
Yeah, it was large and it had a toe on the side of it, kind of like an orangutan. But orangutans can't run.
Yeah, but
so it couldn't have left a footprint like that.
But it could have been another great ape, chimpanzee, gorilla.
Yeah, but what would they be doing in southern Illinois?
Can you imagine that?
Can you imagine? Yeah, a silverback gorilla just at a Notre Dame game. Go Irish!
No, I don't know. I can see like a silverback rooting for the Raiders.
I can see him rooting for
the Raiders fan.
The Steelers.
Oh,
silverback.
But yeah, so it had a side thumb.
Yeah,
that's
entirely.
Impressive.
It really is, because that means that it's a bipedal.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was only 2 footprints. You know, I mean, like that rules out so many animals.
Yeah, but not the Greeks.
No, it still could have been a Grecian.
Yeah.
In 1962, they were listed as cryptids.
No one believed.
No one believed in them until we found out about the narwhal in '86. In '86, we accepted the narwhal, the okapi, and the Greek.
You know that the gorilla wasn't technically discovered by white men until like the 1880s.
Yeah, it was so late. We were like, what do you mean a big ape like that exists? No way in hell.
Yeah.
And some guy brought it to New York City. It stole a blonde woman, climbed to the top of a tower.
They found it on a giant island. Crazy. There was a skull on the island. What the hell?
This thing was wrestling dinosaurs.
What's going on here?
Breaking news.
Wing walker parallel.
Why you have to plug something like that? Don't you know we're sponsored by Audible.com. Please go to audible.com/Wild Wasteland for 15% off your next purchase. Audible.com, where books come to you.
Audible.com, a better way to cook.
Audible.com, where books come in your eye.
Audible.com, you know you don't know how to read.
Audible.com, don't worry, they say the little words for you.
Audible.com.
It's like a historic podcast.
Now you can say to people that you read the book.
Audible.com, when you want to hear a white person saying the N-word, just read Mark Twain.
Do they have
They have solely white narrators for Huck Finn. They went out of their way. They were like, we can't have anyone but a white person saying this was shame.
Oh man, I wanna read that book on Audible.com.
That'd be great. Hey, speaking of Audible.com, we're giving out our services to annotate any of your books, any and all. Trump with the N-word thing, not to really derail us real quick, but the whole Trump with the N-word thing, it's very funny to me, seeing as how Abraham Lincoln was known to say the N-word so much in public and private that the reporters just had to start omitting it from all of his speeches because they were running out of ink. It was costing them way too much to continually put how often he used the N-word because he hated black people.
Oh yeah, he's a huge racist. That's why I always love he's championed as like a.
I know his Emancipation Proclamation
was to send them all back to Africa.
Well, that was his plan. He had to proclamate a different plan to have everyone on his side. As he was like scheming, he's like, okay, well, if we pay the slave owners for their loss of wages, they can then rent the boats and send them back themselves. Yeah.
Like a 1960s Batman villain.
He really was.
Abraham.
And some other white guy shot him. No big surprise there.
The South was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy's really racist.
Yeah,
we got to take him out.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine that he was like the one that they were like, no, Abe, they're worth 3/5. He's like 2/5, 3/5, 1/5.
1/8.
Lincoln, we're staying with fifths.
No.
Sorry. That smells.
You fart?
Oh, yeah. It's a small room.
It's a hot box.
It is. This is going to become a Dutch oven sooner than later.
But
Thank God I have the rolls ready.
But yeah, talking about the N-word. Skunk Ape.
Skunk Ape. Oh, he's been called the
Whoa.
he's been called the N-word of Martha Stewart.
What? So evidence. Like, so they've got like pictures of Skunk Ape or something?
You know, they have a couple pictures, they have a couple videos, but the big first bit of evidence is a plaster cast that they took from the original footprint.
With the side thumb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's actually 2 plaster casts that have ever been taken of a supposed Skunk Ape footprint.
That's interesting.
Oddly enough, they don't match perfectly.
Interesting.
But,
So
you know, I mean, come on. The creature could have grown. It could have gotten in fights. It could have.
There could also be a whole society of them.
There
like,
could be.
if someone had a plaster cast of your foot and my foot, they clearly say, like, there's something different here.
Well, of course. But
this guy's
like,
Jewish.
Yeah. And that one's short.
You're like an inch, 2 inches taller than me.
But my legs are where I keep most of my height. You keep all your height in your torso.
That's true.
Yeah.
And my fat gut.
Well, you need it to lift the torso. But no, so the thing is, and this really brings us to the main star, the carry.
We're already getting there?
We have to. Because this man's plaster cast that really, really blew things up. Not only because of his plaster cast, but also because of his sheer dedication to the idea and the ideal and lifestyle of hunting and finding skunk ape.
Are we talking about the boss with the moss?
I think we are, sir.
Yeah, because if you're talking about Skunk Ape, you need to talk about this man.
Would you like to say his name?
I think we can both say it.
I can't. It's like Voldemort to me. I just can't say it.
This man runs the Skunk Ape headquarters down in somewhere in Florida. I don't remember.
I think it's literally called Somewhere, Florida.
Somewhere, Florida. Dad, we're talking about Mr. Dave motherfucking Sheely.
The Dave Sheely. That is his terrible, terrible person of a name. God, this man makes he's like a flat earther. You know, he's like a goddamn flat earther. The kind of people that just take something that's beautiful like a conspiracy and they blow it so out of proportion that it makes everything around it look stupid as well. Like this guy, he has been living off of the idea that there is a skunk ape longer than there has been a search for Sasquatch show on Discovery.
That's true. That there is a searching for Squatch Ape.
It's actually it just got canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, they just had their last episode like a month ago.
In Search of Bigfoot's over?
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite shows to never watch.
Yeah, they finished it up with one last trip out.
Did they find him?
No.
Oh, geez.
But they
800 episodes and they didn't find one.
But they did turn off all of their sound and do a nice and then they waited. He goes, "Yeah, there's nothing." that was the end of the episode. I was like, damn it.
I love there's experts in Bigfoot. Like they're like, oh, to get a Bigfoot, you gotta smack a log against a tree and then that's a Bigfoot call.
You want to leave just a little bit of pee.
No, yeah, you gotta pee on.
You mark the tree. Don't drink water for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
That way your
nice
pee
and brown.
is smelly.
Yeah,
and marks your territory.
Eat extra asparagus.
No. They love asparagus. That makes them think that you're a female.
Did you did you read that Dave Shealy said that Skunk Ape loves lima beans?
You know, that's not the only very specific food that we know of Skunk Ape enjoying. He also enjoys
Moonshine?
No. Specifically slices of apples. No, whole apples. He won't eat the slices.
We don't have the letter.
That's fine, but that's true, right?
I have the recording.
He won't eat the slices.
No. Yeah. Skunk
He'll
Ape.
Eat the full apple.
Skunk Ape only wants full apples.
Full apples and lima beans.
I'm with him.
He's
I don't want you touching my food, okay?
I guess.
I want to rub it off. I don't know what you're doing to it.
He hasn't showered. That's why he smells like a skunk.
Yeah.
He's covered in like matte. Okay.
Listen, roaches, after a human touches a roach, they'll clean themselves.
Yeah, but imagine how bad you'd smell spending 12 hours in a swamp in a ghillie suit, right?
I have some really swampy crotch, swamp ass.
Well, yeah, you would, but also you'd smell like shit. Now imagine being out there in effectively a ghillie suit on your whole body for like 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
I could understand why people would be like, that smells like a skunk. No. Like cabbage. No. Like a wet dog. No. Like hell. Oh, God. Look at him. He's standing 6 feet out of the marshes.
Yeah, that would be terrifying. Like, the first thing you would experience is the terrible smell. Like,
it smells like a dead person walking
rotting
towards you.
eggs and dead skunks. And then you turn around and see a 6 foot tall hairy beast of burden.
Well, it looks 6 foot tall, but it's also standing in 3.5 feet of water. And you're like, oh my God. Why did I come down from Canada for this trip?
Oh my God.
I thought that the Everglades were nice.
Champ came down from Canada.
I swam down the Mississippi for this.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez Louise there.
Anywho, going back to the casino now.
Going back to Atlanta.
Atlantis.
Atlantic City.
Oh, God. Terrible place ruined by Trump.
Yeah, he did ruin it.
He was the single-handed
$1 billion fucking
Taj
casino.
Mahal.
Tard Mahal. So yeah, Dave is fucking crazy.
He really is. I mean, he got a GED.
Oh,
and then he went to a University of Phoenix and dropped out. I don't know these things.
Wait, I was about to say, how did you find out this?
These are
you do investigative research?
Yeah, I actually called the FBI and said, well, "Give me everything you got on Dave Shealy." They're like, "Who is this?" I'm like, "Jack Ryan."
Oh, I know who this is.
I'm like, "Jack Ryan. You haven't heard of me. You don't need to."
Jack Bauer.
No, Jack Ryan, the American James Bond.
Oh yeah,
been portrayed like 19 times. Most recently by John Krasinski. Coming on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime. Go to amazon.com/Wild Wasteland for a free box of shit. Physical, not literal.
But yeah, Dave Shealy, like this guy.
So he runs a research center.
Yeah, in Florida. Have you seen the videos about it?
Yeah, it's literally like a fucking tin shack on a dock that he also runs Everglade boat tours out of,
and a zoo. This guy's an entrepreneur.
He is, but then again, a lot of animals do very well in Florida, as we were talking about earlier.
He's got a gigantic python or anaconda or something named Mama.
Wow!
And this thing is like 12 or 14 feet long.
Fuck that. That's
and
a small
it's like
one.
Extremely. Maybe it's long. I don't know. I don't remember.
That's a small one. My uncle.
It's like 50 feet long.
I'm not kidding. My uncle, when I was growing up, my crazy Uncle Bob, love him. He had a python.
Oh.
He lived in New Jersey, like northern New Jersey. He had a python that he was so big he had to build it like this big ass table with like plexiglass on the sides in his basement. And her name was Amber. Everyone called her Monty because she was a python.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck those
it's
guys.
funny.
Yeah. Ha. So
I love South Park.
he his wife went crazy, called the cops on him when he was laying in bed, said like a bunch of bullshit. And the cops were like, "What's this snake?" She's like, "It's wild. He can't control it." And they're like, "Okay, we're going to have to kill your snake."
What?
And he was like, "No, don't fucking do that." He's like,
Kill my wife.
Yeah, he was like, "I'll just get rid of the snake. It's fine. I'll get rid of the snake." And they're like, "Okay, well, you have like 2 weeks to get rid of the snake. Otherwise, we're coming back and we're killing it."
Jesus Christ.
Because this snake is 26 feet. It's a 26-foot python that he
How
kept
is that?
in his basement.
What a jerk.
And
Your
so
aunt is like an awful person.
she's been out of the picture for a while. She's terrible. It actually, he donated to the Florida Zoo.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, which by donating,
And they killed it.
No, it's like their main attraction. This thing's fucking huge.
Really? We got to go down there.
The next time I'm there, I'm gonna go because it's right near Tampa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I want to go see Amber, see if she remembers me.
Your family legacy.
Well, I used to feed her rabbits and mice. You just take it by the back and toss it in the cage and watch it scamper until she.
Yeah. Yeah. The funny thing is, the cops came back like 2 weeks later. Like, all right, let's kill that snake, and it's gone.
Oh yeah.
And so is the wife.
Where is it?
Like that's
It was
like
in the ceiling. Python only on Sci-Fi.
Python in the house.
Python with lead actress, that blonde girl you always forgot about, Tara Reid.
And Samuel L. Jackson. There are too many pythons in this motherfucking house.
He would never reprise that role.
Give him enough money, he will. What are you talking about?
Samuel L.
Jackson has no fucking like.
What's his middle name? Lawrence?
I just thought it was L. I didn't know that Sam Jackson had a middle name.
It's L.
Yeah, it's L. It's always been L.
I think it's Lawrence.
Lawrence of Arabia.
No. He's not from Arabia.
Are you sure?
I hope so. Otherwise, I've been calling the wrong Lawrence the Lawrence of Arabia for a long time.
He's the Lawrence. So yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, they have a giant snake down in the
Leroy. His name's Samuel Leroy Jackson.
Wow.
Leroy
Jackson. That oddly enough, that was him reprising his role
of World of Warcraft screaming nerd.
I can see him playing World of Warcraft. You know, Mr. T plays World of Warcraft.
Does he?
No. He was just in the advertisement.
That's what I thought. They just like used his mohawk and was like, "Thanks, fool."
I pay the fool that don't get me a job. I ain't had a job in 25 years.
I pity the fool who doesn't pay me royalties. I'll pay him a visit.
Yeah, that's oddly enough. Every time a character gets made in World of Warcraft who has a mohawk haircut, they have to give a little bit of money to
Mr. T. You know how he got all his jewelry, right?
He just spray painted.
No. He was a bouncer at a very nice nightclub, and whenever someone would leave their chain,
He just took it.
he would just put it on.
Fair enough.
And so eventually he just had a neck full of jewelry.
That's actually pretty cool.
Right? It's kind of
stealing
like,
people. Like that's
it's almost as cool as Rick Ross stealing Highway Rick Ross's entire name and persona to make a rapper.
yeah.
Because he was an Atlanta corrections officer.
It's like you if you made a rapper calling you Pablo Escobar.
I could probably do well.
You just have to act with a Cuban accent.
No, I don't. I would be the whitest fucker possible calling myself Pablo Escobar. That way people are like, he's a racist. And now I'm like, yeah, but I have fans now.
Yeah, whatever happened to Little Dicky?
He's still going. It's so Mr. Shealy runs the Skunk Ape Research Center and headquarters out of his little tin shack in his little cozy home corner of the bayou. And his he had a great interview. Honestly, he had such a good interview that his girlfriend of 7 years left him.
What?
He was because he's so sure about Skunk Ape and all this. He was like I mean, like the guy, like he's
on like
constantly,
Letterman, right, or something?
No, they just showed up in front of his house.
What?
He wasn't like in person on Letterman. They videotaped him and like interviewed him in front of his little like headquarters, and they kind of like berated him a little bit because they're like, well, if you're the only one who's seen him more than once, and you're the only one who's making money off of him. Like, maybe those two things go hand in hand, sir.
Ooh, it's getting hot down here in the bayou.
And he was like, I mean, he's always drunk.
Yeah.
So
I've seen many videos of Dave Shealy, and he always has a jar of moonshine on him.
But so that, I mean, definitely did not go that well. Otherwise, his girlfriend probably would not have left him.
Or maybe she's like, oh, you're just like so famous now. You're going to be getting so much pussy. I'm just going to leave.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get in your way.
Yeah, I want to slow you down, baby. But so...
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So, I mean, you're more of the Shealy expert than I am.
Oh, I love this man.
What are his claims? What did he see? When did he see him?
So he has several claims. When he was younger, he claims that him and his brother were out hunting, and his brother they were sitting on a tree, right? And his brother just pointed out and said, "Hey, something crazy is gonna happen. Wait right here." And he was waiting there. He was waiting, and then crazy enough, Skunk Ape comes running through the swamp, right? This thing's going like 10 miles per hour through the water and the muck. That was the first time he saw it. He was a young boy.
Was his brother still with him when he saw the thing?
Oddly enough.
So his brother said, "Hey, something crazy is about to happen."
Yeah,
just slipped off to nowhere and came back and go, "What happened?"
Isn't that crazy? The second time he saw it, he had a video camera, right? This is like 1996 or something. I don't know. And yeah, that's actually the real reason why I hung all those. I got like a bunch of backup over here.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and there's a videotape with him this time. And
so, do you think he was like kind of having like an operation where he would set up a video camera on the bog just to like record the day?
Well, no, he was there. He was there with the camera. And the crazy thing is that the alleged skunk ape does fucking book it through the swampy water, and that's not an easy feat. You gotta be pretty muscular. Like, you gotta be limber or something. I don't know what it would be. What it would take to be able to run like that through the swamp.
Long legs.
Fair enough, maybe. But he's not a very tall man.
You're right. He's not. Dave Shealy is about Tom Cruise height.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little bit taller. But yeah, he's a character. He's fucking crazy.
Well, what does he make most of the money on? Because I know that he sells like
sales.
Yeah, I know he sells T-shirts and mugs, but like, is there anything wild that he sells?
Not that I saw on the website, other than the tours and the zoo with his blind retarded alligator.
He has a blind.
Yeah, like they threw a chicken at the alligator and it took it like 5 minutes to find it and eat it.
Oh my god.
But
hey, at least I found it.
Yeah, but he makes he doesn't pay any property tax because he in some loophole somewhere that he just has like free property, and he sells Skunk Ape T-shirts, which I ordered.
Oh, did you?
I ordered a few because I love them. I love it. I want to support him.
Okay. Well,
for $19.95.
You know what I actually just recently found was that Dave Shealy, to almost seemingly as like a protest to people thinking that he was like making money off of it, he actually applied for a grant.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, from his particular county, the Collier County Tourism Development Council.
Oh.
He wanted them to fund his research and also like into Skunk Ape.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, why, Dave?" And he comes in, he's like, "Well, why?" Here, and tosses in a video that he just got.
It's crazy.
Of the Skunk Ape.
Wait, he just recorded it?
Yeah,
that day?
Well, he released it that day.
Oh, that's crazy.
And so,
isn't it a coincidence?
Right? It's not. I mean, he released it just to make his point. I'm pretty sure, but he wasn't asking for much.
What was he asking for?
I don't know where on here it says that. Is that on
I think it was $5,000.
$5,000? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was only asking for like $5,000.
Wait, what?
5,000. So to thinking about it practically, right? As someone who's not Dave Shealy and an idiot, you'd have to do more and better research. You would want to, I don't know, put up motion sensing cameras. You'd want to get heat sensor, tools to be able to look out into the swamps and see if there's a large person walking around,
Uh-huh.
Those things are very pricey, and he just wants $5,000.
See, here's the problem.
He just wants a bunch of cans of lima beans. He's gonna find this motherfucker.
Listen, I got a proposal. Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna hunt the skunk ape. Now, I know what y'all thinking. It's not real. It's not real, right? I know. No, I know.
But ask your children. They are all terrified of this skunk ape.
This skunk ape is a wild beast, and I will hunt this just like Quentin from Jaws. Just like Quint from Jaws. All I need from y'all, $5,000. $5,000. $5,000.
Excuse me, Dave. Excuse me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Isn't and now I mean, pardon me for being rude and interrupting you, and please correct me if I'm wrong. But
no, I will.
Isn't your most recent car payment $5,000?
Now that's just a coincidence.
Didn't you specifically go out and put out posters of how you were getting a military style police riot tank?
Now listen here.
For only $5,000 down a month.
Listen.
Didn't you put out that ad, Mr. Shirley?
It's hot down here in the bayou. I'm really sweating. No, you are wrong. Okay, it's not a military type riot tank. It's a amphibious vehicle that you can drive on land or water.
Okay.
And it is not all I need $5,000 to hunt the skunk ape. I can buy lima beans. I can buy hunting trap, camera traps.
Mr. Shealy.
I can afford.
We've been
YouTube
entertaining
channel.
your nonsense now for 35 years. It's time to get a real job, Dave. Get a real job.
Now you ain't my mama. She believes in skunk ape.
We need more Froyo and Chipotles. We don't need more goddamn skunk apes down here.
No, damn Chipotle. Okay?
That's what all them kids want nowadays. That Chipotle.
No, they want skunk ape. The kids want skunk ape. The kid love skunk ape.
Shealy, I think you just had a touch.
I need $5,000.
So needless to say, Dave Shealy did not get his $5,000.
Which is an odd number because when you usually ask for a grant from the government, you're like, oh, I need like $50,000 or like $5 million.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, that seems reasonable. $5,000 seems like you're running a scam.
Yeah.
I'll cut you a deal on the grant. I'll cut you a deal. $5,000 today, and we're gonna hunt that skunk ape.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm out of your hair.
I'm gone.
Just like, $5 simple grand. What do you guys do?
$5,000. You can't
What is
even.
that? One more fucking seesaw, huh? One more seesaw for the local park.
You can't even buy a decent camera for $5,000. Like,
You
what
got-
can you do with $5,000? And then like buy a.
A lot of meth.
All right, I got a proposal. I'm gonna make a meth plant.
God damn it, Shealy.
I need $5,000.
Go back to your moonshining. Your bathtubs miss you.
Oh yeah, he was arrested for
Yeah.
moon. He was arrested for smuggling drugs.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's a perfect place to do it. They just fly low when they come over the Gulf from Colombia, and they drop it in the water with life preservers on them.
Yeah. And like now with GPS and drones, like you don't even need to do that.
No.
Like
well, you do, and then the GPS and the drone go find it and pick it up and bring it back to you. You don't have to go out into the swamp. You know, they actually really cool invention right now on Kickstarter is this underwater amphibious drone.
Oh, perfect.
was
That's like smuggling drugs 2.0.
Yeah, it's only a camera in there.
Yeah, but like
Well, of course,
Pablo Escobar had a submarine.
I know, but what I'm saying is like it's pretty cool. You can send it down like a bunch of meters. It's kind of like being able to have your own personal submarine without getting in the water. It has like a 15-hour battery life. Phenomenal camera. The only issue is like it's white and very light colored things don't really do well in the dark depths of the ocean.
Well, how low can it go?
Depends on how long your extension cords go.
What?
it has like a tube that like feeds all of his power.
So this thing,
because it takes it takes air from the surface and pumps it through, and that's what it uses as propulsion.
Okay.
And so it
you
needs
need
this
an
tube
extension.
to get all the way to the surface. So however long that tube can be extended is how far down it can go.
I don't know. I imagine like the first submarines had that same thing.
No, it's
Like
like
for air?
That was like the first scuba divers. They were like, hold this hose and stick it in this big metal helmet I made. It's crushing my spine, but I'm okay.
The crushing depths of
I'm going to walk all the way to the bottom.
I'm going to walk to China. From
like,
California to China, I'm going to walk there.
It's like, you ever see the movie called Tale of Tales?
Is that the one with
John C. Reilly?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, it's great. It starts and he has to like slay a river monster. It's all mythological.
River
kind of
monster.
shit. And he just like puts on the old timey fucking diving suit, puts on the helmet, and just like walks into the water. He's like totally fine, just like walking in the water, like nothing attached to him. Just like put the helmet on.
Yeah, The Simpsons did that episode with Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah.
And Homer.
Oh god.
Do you remember that episode?
I do. I love that episode.
He like goes down to the water to look for Loch Ness Monster, and then like you see the tube, and it's like him in a bar. He's playing like a video game or some shit. Oh, I love The Simpsons.
Yeah, they're pretty damn good. Have there ever been any sightings besides the initial one that was not Dave Shealy?
Well, there's the Mayaka sighting.
Okay, go on.
So this one is where everyone points to for the most, like, for the evidence of it. And it's a photograph with a letter. And the letter attached is from a woman that just... Everyone always talks about this photo, right?
Mm-hmm.
These videos, these YouTube videos, and everybody that talks about this crap, they always talk about the photo. Like, oh, the photo. And no one ever talks about the letter. The letter is more... I feel like it's the best evidence that this thing is real, right?
Yeah.
This letter is written by clearly a 45-year-old shut-in, or no, like 65-year-old woman, just a shut-in, nobody to talk to, begging for attention. Please, somebody talk to me. And we have the letter here, and Dean's going to read it.
Dear sir or madam, enclosed please find some pictures I took in late September or early October of 2000. My husband says he thinks it was an orangutan. Is someone missing an orangutan? Is it hard to judge from the photos how big this orangutan really is? It is in crouching position in the middle of standing up from where it was sitting. It froze as soon as the flash went off. I didn't see it, and I took the first picture because it was so dark. As soon as the flash went off, for the second time, it stood up and started to move. I then heard the orangutan walk off into the bushes. From where I was standing, I judge it as about being 6.5 to 7 feet tall in a kneeling position. As soon as I realized how close it was to the back to the house, oh my goodness, I ran. It had an awful smell that lasted well after it had left my yard. The orangutan was making deep whooping noises like those. It sounded much further away than it had turned out to be. If I had known it was so close to the hedgerow as it was, I wouldn't have walked as close as I did. I'm a senior citizen, If this animal had come out of the hedgerow after me, there wasn't a thing I could have done about it. I was about 10 foot away from it when it stood up. I'm concerned because my grandchildren like to come down and explore my backyard. An animal this big could hurt someone seriously. For 2 nights prior, it had been taking apples that my daughter brought down from up north off our back porch. These pictures were taken on the 3rd night it had raided my apples. It only came back one more night after that and took some more apples that my husband had left out in order to get a better look at it. We left out 4 apples. I cut 2 of them in half. The orangutan only took the whole apples. We didn't see it take them. We waited up, but eventually had to go to bed. We got a dog back there now, and as far as I can tell, the orangutan hasn't been back. Please find out where this animal came from and who it belongs to. It shouldn't be loose like this. Someone will get hurt. I called a friend that used to work with animal control back up north, and he told us to call the police. I don't want any fuss or people with guns traipsing around behind our house. I live near I-75, and I'm afraid this orangutan of that size of this animal could total my car. At the very least, this animal belongs in a place like Busch Gardens, where it can be looked after properly. Why haven't people been told that an animal this size is loose? How are people to know how dangerous this could be? If that monkey had got loose, they can carry hepatitis and are very dangerous. Please look after that situation. I don't want my backyard turned into someone else's circus. God bless. I prefer to remain anonymous. Wow. Holy hell.
See,
that is a very specific woman.
The apples? And she doesn't want her backyard turned into a circus?
I know. And like, holy hell. I mean, the fact that she was like, I feel like she got more scared while writing the letter than she was in the initial thing. You know, like she was like reliving it almost like a nightmare, and it just kept getting worse. Because, at the end, oh my God.
I got children.
Someone could get hurt. Like, oh my God.
At least she cares.
I know.
So there's
the
that.
General populace. But so now we know that Skunk Ape is not only aware, but it's also smart.
Because he does not want
to cut apples.
Cut apples.
He knows it could be poisoned.
Or
rotten.
Or he's just kind of a bitch.
No, because I could see him like you know how mooses and animals eat fermented fruit to get drunk as shit.
Yeah,
I could see him doing that.
But
you can't ferment it from a cut up apple.
You hear about that incident in India with the drunken elephants?
No.
So elephants in India have somehow like discovered what beer is, and like they know the beer plants, so they like sometimes smash in and break into like beer plants and like drink the alcohol, and they're like drunk. Like what? Can you imagine a more terrifying thing than how heavy is an elephant? Like 50 tons?
Yeah, like 12 tons.
12 tons of drunken elephant just waddling through the streets.
Yeah, that's very dangerous.
Like
that's like getting a rhino drunk.
Oh God, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's like no, officer, no, I'm not drunk. I just looking for my keys. No.
Got any peanuts?
Oh no, no. You're a drunken elephant. Get out of here. Get out of here.
You're no cow. We do not serve your kind.
You're not sacred. Get out of here.
So
get the mice. So that's been Skunk Ape. I think we're done here. I'm Michael Johnson.
I'm Dean Maldonado.
And next week we're going to be talking about something really fucking cool.
So
that's really close to our hearts. If you want to get a week ahead, we'll be talking about ancient aliens.
Dun dun dun.
not the show.
Or the Action Bronson show.
We should talk about that.
I know you have this long scheme where so fans and viewers, if we get
This is getting cut.
No, it's not. If we get 3,000 listeners, we will start doing an Ancient Aliens show where we watch Action Bronson's Ancient Aliens on a green screen as he watches Ancient Aliens on a green screen.
And he gets high while we get drunk.
Yes, we will get violently drunk while he
That's actually
while he gets very high behind us.
That's
while
like
Ancient Aliens
Inception
is
of
still
Inception.
going.
That's crazy. That's
We'll
like,
do it. We'll do it if we get 3,000 listeners.
I just want to do that now.
Yeah, well,
We
yeah,
have
wait
the
till
gr-
3,000
We
listeners.
have the green room and we have a couch.
You gotta wait. That was not special. Listen, I learned that from every single girl with a period.
All right.
You gotta wait, otherwise it's not special.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you,
Go
everyone.
fuck yourself.
Please do. Very hard.